What's up, peeps? It's Anna Footer. We're here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal for today's Canadian Grand Prix in the O2 F1 Series. The GOAT starts in pole because he's the GOAT. Tito Peters starts alongside. Corbett Williams and Hadaka Amami make up the second row. Adam Lewis and R.J. Sherry in the third. And we got Rupert Weissmuller, Kiki Honda, Cal Weathers, Steve Morgan, Zachary Taylor, Michael Pedersen, Zach Mills, and James Saunders, Jeff Lewis, Jackson Carter Jr., Makata Keikachi, Hibiki Ganaha, Takumi Fujiwara, Ai Hidaka, Patrick Smith, Derek Campbell, Aziz Amir, Juan LaPointe, and rounding out the field, Hiro Lindbergh and Joey Trickle. 12 laps around this, one of the fan favorites and driver favorites on the F1 calendar. The cars are, of course, heading over to the grid right now. We'll sort that out. It's looking very good. Here we go. They're lining up. It's taking quite a while. Formation lap needed to be over. La 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 la. There we go. We're way now there, and that's a good start from both of the front drive. Oh dear, bit of contact with the GOAT, locking up completely there, sending Tito Peters to the side there. Went a bit wide at that turn there. The smoke's still up in there in the ground as they head towards this center turn there. The GOAT going a bit wide on the exit there, a bit loose there. Corbett Williams on Tito Peters is outside, heading towards the middle part of this track here, the part away from the grandstands. It's three abreast heading through this section of the track there. The camera angles here are terrible. Oh my days, this is difficult to watch here. Corbett Williams going a bit wide, heading over the curve there. Tito Peters running through, trying to get side by side over. Here goes the GOAT. He's running behind them. Oh dear, he's lost a bit of contact there, and he's in the wall. Oh days, the GOAT's out of this race. Not even 1 sector completed, and the GOAT is out of it, out of the contest, and everybody's flying by him. That's an absolute disaster for him, but I'm going to put it past him for something ridiculous to happen today. Couldn't get even crazier there. Tito Peters managing to hold Corbett Williams off there. The GOAT is a distant memory, and these camera angles are absolutely terrible. There they go towards this last of the chicanes before the hairpin. Seems as if the stands here in Canada are empty. It's quite surprising that, or just turned them off for some reason. Really close angle on Tito Peters. He looks a bit weird there. There's the hairpin. Oh my days, these camera angles are pretty bad. This is like a beta or something, but it's either this or the one where you can never enter pit road safely. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices, and this is the kind of sacrifice you've got to make. It's Tito Peters coming out with a commanding lead over the rest of the field. It's already really single-filed out here, as you can tell. Very single-filed out, and actually very spaced away from each other there. Where's Joey Trickle gone? Joey Trickle's managed to move up the field, so Hiro Lindbergh, the GOAT's teammate, is running in last position. Samir managing to stay in front of Juan LaPointe. I'm not sure if she actually made an overtake there, but there you go. Is this going to be a boring race? We'll find out. These races are supposed to be boring because they're F1 races, and we all know F1 races are boring because they're F1 races, and F1 races are boring because they're, well, I'm not entirely sure what kind of point I was trying to make there. Look at those camera angles. They are the stuff of dreams. I'm sure the thumbnail is going to be a onboard camera because everything else is pretty crap. And imagine if they're both really bad camera angle shots where you can't see anything. That'll really generate some suspense for this race there. Your order: Tito Peters, Corbett Williams, and R.J. Sherry in the podium positions. Adam Lewis, Rupert Weissmuller, Hadaka Amami, Keiki Honda, Steve Morgan, Cal Weathers, and Zachary Taylor in the points spots at present moment here in Canada. There's a Subway Eat Fresh advertisement there. That's great. We got Michael Pedersen, James Saunders, Zach Mills, Hibiki Ganaha, Jackson Carter Jr., Makata Keikachi, Takumi Fujiwara, Jeff Lewis, Patrick Smith, and Ai Hidaka, positions 11 through 20. And in the bottom 6, Joey Trickle, Derek Campbell, Aziz Amira, Juan LaPointe, and Hiro Lindbergh. These guys are really slow, actually. It's quite surprising. I'm not entirely sure what it's about. Not about to question the artificial intelligence there, because, you know, definitely more like artificial stupidity, as we've mentioned multiple times. Tito Peters on to lead another lap of this Canadian Grand Prix. We're gonna start lap 3 now of 12 in this race. Pit window, absolutely no idea, but it's probably gonna be the latter half of the race, as well it always is, as opposed to somewhere near the middle. Of course, when it's near the middle, there's always a chance that could. What is this camera angle? Why do these? This whole thing is very incomplete, but I guess I'll just gloss over it. Have to accept that you can't really see much of the track, which I guess is true of Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in real life. You've only got the camera angles and the barriers. There's not a lot of grandstands outside the area by the hairpin, and of course the long straight chicane, front straight. I guess we might as well go on board here with Tito Peters. I'm not sure why the car's going slow. I've already said that, but it's still a bit difficult for me to wrap my head around. Corbett Williams running second. We'll go on board with him, I suppose. 33% through this race, and well, Tito Peters leads the field on lap 4. Tito Peters leads the field on lap 5. And oh dear, we're live now, and here they go out of the hairpin. Your order hasn't changed much at all, I don't believe. I can't imagine it having done so. Cheryl Lindbergh seems to be having a bad day. She's struggling to keep up with the rest of the field. It's a bit surprising. Oh, it's the pace car. Well then, okay, something's clearly gone wrong there. I have no idea why that shot exists. And some of the field is heading into the pits. Oh, we can commentate on that. Not a bad pit angle spot there. Tito Peters, Corbett Williams, R.J. Sherry, Adam Lewis, Rupert Weissmuller, and it seems one of the Keiki Honda staying out. Let's see who's headed in. Amami's headed in. Morgan, Weathers, Taylor, Pedersen, Saunders, Mills, Carter Jr., Ganaha, Kikuchi, Hidaka, Fujiwara, Hamill, Smith, Miura, LaPointe, Trickle, and Lindbergh. Also one of the caterers, Lewis. I'm not sure if we mentioned him. Other people we forgot to mention here today. Amami heads out of the pits, and well, everything's looking pretty uniform. Everything's tidy. It's all looking good here. Everybody cleanly off pit road. Fujiwara managing to fly by a few cars there actually. Oh, it's got a bit bunched up. Hidaka's been spun around, and that's which Lewis? Oh my days, that's a okay, not as huge of an incident. Oh, Trickle's been shafted in the rear. Oh dear. Anyways, take a look at that again. It's Jeff Lewis heading out in front of Jackson Carter Jr. Jeff Lewis kind of slowed down a bit there and made contact with Carter Jr. and then he got nearly tipped over by Patrick Smith and Takumi Fujiwara. Hidaka hit into Jeff Lewis, and Hibiki Gana had gotten just piled into Joey Trickle. Kikuchi got a piece. Lindbergh managed to get by. It was Hamill. Hamill who was hit by Hidaka, and that's a bit of damage to her. Miura heading out of the pits there. Not sure if she got tires. Not sure if anyone else got tires, but definitely a lengthy pit stop, and that's probably not going to help her chances at all. Fly by Steve Morgan. They're not sure if there's something wrong with Steve Morgan's car, but there goes James Saunders trying to get around him as well. Yep, there's definitely something wrong. Or not. Zach Mills throwing up a bit of sand there. There goes Steve Morgan. Okay, I guess the problem's been solved. That last shot seems to be a bunch of grass. So why it exists is beyond me.
Sean Worley here with another great product, the Flip-A-Baby. Do you hate babies? Flip-A-Baby.
There's Honda, Weissmuller, Lewis, Sherry, Williams, and Peters into pit road. This shot's pretty good, actually. I think Williams had a faster stop there, but Peters is going to stay out in front of him. He's right on his arse there, as you can see. Here comes one of the Renaults. Which one is it? It's Cal Weathers. There he goes into turn 1 there, but everyone's going to get out there. Bit of contact. Williams, Peters, and Sherry managed to clean itself up there, but that could have been worse than it was. Adam Lewis about to lose a few spots there along with, where are the two Sours? Kika Honda's 4 cars here, which, well, there's that shot. I guess that's what they're trying to look at, but doesn't make sense. Oh dear, Adam Lewis has been spun by Zachary Taylor right onto the racing line. Kika Honda gets a bit of a mess. Oh, it's gone ball-shaped? Pear-shaped. Balls up. I think Steve Morgan rammed into Hadaka Amami there, and wow. That's spiced up the day a bit. Cal Weathers managed to get by Rupert Weissmuller. I guess there's something wrong with the AI and they're slowing down through this part of the track, and some of them aren't slowing down. Derek Hamill exiting pit road. Obviously something went wrong with him there. Look at this fight here. RJ Sherry making a contact of Cal Weathers heading through that chicane. He could have spun off there, but he managed to keep the car out on the track. That's some fantastic work there from RJ Sherry, who's holding third, Corbett Williams second, and Tito Peters still leading the race. Fastest lap of the day belongs to Michael Pedersen, then James Saunders, Zach Mills, Tito Peters, your race leader, Corbett Williams running second, RJ Sherry, who's third. Actually, Corbett Williams has pulled off to the racing line, and Cal Weathers has managed to get into second. They're actually Cal Weathers going faster than Tito Peters. Cal Weathers just flying through there. Cal Weathers, it's fun to say that name. He's going to get in front of Tito Peters heading into the chicane, and wow. Overtakes of the week for Cal Weathers. He's usurped the lead there, really. That's interesting stuff there. Corbett Williams holding up RJ Sherry. Zachary Taylor, Tito Peters, his teammate, trying to get by. He's going to have the inside line heading through this turn 1 and 2 and 3, whichever turn it is. RJ Sherry on the outside going a bit slow. Here comes Rupert Weissmuller. Everything looking tight here. Derek Hamill's stuck in the back of the field. They're probably going to get lapped. I wouldn't put it past him to let himself do that. So your orders: Cal Weathers, Tito Peters, Corbett Williams, Zachary Taylor, RJ Sherry, Rupert Weissmuller, Michael Pedersen, James Saunders, Zach Mills, and Jackson Carter Jr. in the points. Steve Morgan, Jeff Lewis, Takumi Fujiwara, Kika Honda, Hadaka Amami, Adam Lewis, Chiro Lindbergh, Hibiki Ganahat, Joey Trickle, and Paul Laponte. Finishing off the top 20, Hidaka Atsamir, Patrick Smith, Makata Kikuchi, and Derek Hamill. Still on the track, the Goat, of course, crashed on lap 1. I just know I screwed up Hadaka Amami's name. It's really sad. My life's so sad. It's about to be lap 9 of this 12-lap race there, and we did go a bit silent there because I've got to, well, I was about to say something, but I lost it. I haven't got the bottle. There's someone heading into the pits again. It is that Jeff Lewis or Adam Lewis, whichever one got spun off a few times? Yep, that's Jeff Lewis, and that's one of the, Toyota's definitely going to be Hidaka. I'm quite certain it is Hidaka. And it is Hidaka. Just wanted to say that again, because, I don't know. Bad day for Patrick Smith. And bad days for the Force Indias, Samir and Makata Kikuchi running at the bottom half of the field. Quite a shame. Definitely a bad day for Derek Hamill. Look how far behind everybody else he's running. It's clearly just not gone well for him at all, and stays a write-off for him. Doesn't look like does not appear to be any interesting battles occurring at all around the racetrack there, though. Could be some drama between Derek Hamill and Hidaki for those really low positions. Jeff Lewis only just getting his... No, he's stuck getting his tires, actually. That's quite funny. Got our drones, of course, following the cars around sometimes. That's what they're doing right now. Cal Weathers heading down this long final straight before the front straight, of course. Separated by famous chicane, which features the Wall of Champions. Was it 98 or 99? Schumacher, Hill, and Villeneuve, all F1 champions, crashed into that wall, and that's why that wall there gets its name. Wall of Champions. Can you believe it? Do you remember that day, though? Do you remember the 2011 Canadian Grand Prix? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Now buy some distinctive Milano cookies! And Chessmaster, because they're Chessmaster. And chess is edgy. It's the best. And it's definitely a sport. It should be in the Olympics, instead of having to have its own Olympics. My life's so sad. Oh, God damn it. You're better at acting. Yeah, I know I'm bad at acting. There's some things I'm good at acting, actually, but no, there's nothing good you can act at. No, you can't even do voices properly. Remember when you do your dumb voices, your girly voice, your Austria/Alfred Drevis voice, which is really just a Wayne voice from Wayne's World. There's only one Wayne from Wayne's World. You don't know that. Maybe one of the extras is called Wayne. The things I do to spice up my videos. Another good day for the Marussias. You know, both of them are running in the top 5, and well, Cal Weathers is headed into the pits. That's dramatic, and so is that Zachary Taylor. Yes, he is. Actually, a few others heading in. Michael Pedersen, James Saunders, and Zach Mills, Jack Dakota Jr., and Steve Morgan following. It's only about to be 2 to go. And these guys have headed into the pits. That's Tito Peters back into the lead. Corbett Williams into second. RJ Sherry third, and Rupert Weissmuller across the line fourth. Who else is out there? Let's see. Kiki Honda and... is that Jeff Lewis? Adam Lewis staying out. Two Red Bulls, Hadaka Amami and Hibiki Gana headed in. Samir and Joey Tricklin as well. Chihiro Lindbergh just exiting there. I think that's James Saunders has stayed out, or well, one of them. Patrick Smith, there you go, Patrick Smith. Makita Kikuchi staying out. She's behind Takumi Fujiwara. These guys exiting the pits there. Looks like Amami's going to be stuck there for a while. Miura heading through the pits there. She's just exiting now. Joey Tricklin as well. Derek Hamill, Hidaka going to catch up at the back end of the field. There's a Trickle and Amami exit the pits, and I just can't say Amami for the life of me. For the life of Amami, I keep saying Ami or Ami or Ami or... oh my days, it's just sad. Sad. Jeff Lewis only about to start lap 11 now. That's sad. Tito Peters, on the other hand, back into the lead. If he heads into the pits this lap, along with those guys in front of him, well, behind him, it's gonna be really sad. So sad. I just have to keep saying it because that's how sad it is. So sad. Sad. Now, I don't know what that was. So if you can tell me what it was, please write to me at Why is the Goat So Crappy at gmail.co.uk. That's right, I got a British Gmail there. Final lap for Tito Peters, and to the relief of every Tito Peters fans out there, well, every Marussia.
Here's something I need to atone for: shamelessly promoting my book, Stephen Colbert's Midnight Confessions.
Well, I got completely interrupted by another ad there. That's a wind-up. That is a wind-up. But what I was saying is, to the relief of every single Marussia fan, all 44 of them, Tito Peters hasn't headed into the pits this lap, and he's going to have the lead. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me right. The lead. He's held the lead. He's managed to keep the lead, hold on to it, and it's quite exhilarating. Actually, it's quite surprising. It's quite happy days. Happy days for Tito Peters there. Neither he nor Zachary Taylor have won any races in a long time. Probably not since Donald Trump's election, which of course was 40 years ago. I don't really know what else I can say, really. I think I'm drunk. Oh dear, it's not going. It's not going well at all. It's just sad. Not had much to say, obviously, today, but this was a decent race. Decent. Bits of drama here or there. Wasn't too bad. You know, get past its flaws. You know, I'd rate it 4 out of 10. And driver of the day is definitely going to Tito Peters because there's only one reason why Tito Peters would win driver of the day, and it's because he's the driver who's won today's race at Montreal, the Canadian Grand Prix. It's over. And the party can begin. And now it's time, quite surprisingly, for the American and Russian national anthems. Goat was 10 seconds faster than everybody in practice and 5 seconds faster than everybody in qualifying, but I didn't do much good today in the race, did it? Tito Peters wins today Corbett Williams and R.J. Sherry on the podium. Rupert Weissmiller, Kiki Honda, Adam Lewis, Cal Weathers, Zachary Taylor, James Saunders, and Zach Mills all walk away from the contest with points. Steve Morgan, Patrick Smith, Takumi Fuji, Warren Jackson, Kota Jr., Makoto Kikuchi, Chiro Lindbergh, Michael Pedersen, Hibiki Ganaha, Juan LaPonte. I can't believe I got that one wrong. Ozzy Samir, Joey Trickle, Derek Camel, Hadaka Amami, Ahidaka, and Jeff Lewis brought the car home and just made up the numbers for the rest of this contest. And the GOAT crashed out on lap 1. Makoto Kikuchi stuck in pit road, so the pace car isn't lonely when we cut away to Tito Peters eking out a win at Montreal Revamped. Next race, Mexico. Everybody's going to be cheering for the GOAT because reasons. So as always, we're going to go with the Drivers and Constructors Championships. Tito Peters jumping up to first place after his win today. Fantastic stuff. Cal Weathers got a good finish today. So did Kiki Honda, and they're up into the top 5. You can see Morgan and Pedersen tied for 5th, 10 points. Ganaha, Hamill, Sherry, Williams, and Taylor tied for 7th with 9 points. Interesting. Down the field, Smith and Weissmiller both have 6. Miura and Mills both have 2. Jeff Lewis, Hadaki Amami, Takumi Fujiwara, Makoto Kikuchi, Ahidaka, and Joey Trickle have yet to score points. Finally, we got the constructors here. Marussia had a great result today. Both cars finishing in the points once again. Pretty should have done it in all 3 races this season. And they're up at the top. You can see Toro Rosso managed to jump to 7th after Corbett Williams finished 2nd today, and Williams had a driver on the podium, so that definitely helped their points tally today. Sauber jumped up there to 3rd. And as you can see, Toyota and Caterham both scored points today, so everybody's on the board. It's been Hannah Food, it's been a time and half an honor, and I will see you in the next video, if I ever get that homework done.